Does this work? I don't know. I have one more thing I can try if it doesn't work. But I don't see anyone in the stream, so I don't know if it's working. I'll let this. I'm not sure if it's working. So if it doesn't work, there's one more thing I can try. But if it does work, that would be great. If anyone can see this, if you would please leave a comment. It's working, you say? Someone says it's working, okay. That would be good. Maybe it was just the place I was at before was a dead spot. Jeremy, I think it's working right now.
아, 다행이다.
So the place we were at actually is not far from here. It's just right down there. Let's see if I can show you where we were. Yeah, we were right down there. And in this area, what happened is my phone suddenly tried to connect to the Wi-Fi at a nearby cafe and then disconnected because it was far from the cafe, like a block, like not a block, but you know, it was really far from the cafe. It's like totally not reasonable to expect Wi-Fi. But for some reason my phone was saying, "Hey, let's connect to this Wi-Fi that you know." Bad idea. So that killed the stream, and then I tried to restart it, and I think at the same time that area is kind of a dead zone, so it wasn't connecting to my phone, or some reason it wasn't reconnecting after it disconnected. It took a while. I think we're back now. It's hot, but it's good if you can see. You doing okay, Jer? Oh, okay, well we'll try to continue the stream this way anyway. I know it's broken up into two parts, but it should still be okay.
여기 들어갈 수 없네. 아,
여기도 들어갈 수 없어. 근데 올라갈 수는 있어.
네? 아, 다행이다. 여기는 아, 시원하다.
All right, if you have any questions, we'll try this again. If you have any questions about Korea.
CCTV 설치 안 해.
Yeah, we're not in there. If you have any questions about Korea or Korean, now is a good time to ask.
이것도 무슨 소리야?
Yeah, don't play with that.
무너진 줄
It's
알았네.
loose. Okay, let me try putting this back on the selfie stick again. Right now I'm just holding it with my flesh and bones selfie stick, aka my arm.
와,
There we go.
사막이다. 사막이. 여기 사막이.
Hmm?
사막이. 나 본다. 사막이.
Oh, I don't see it.
아니, 여기 초록색 물체.
Ah, can barely see it in here. I think
사막이.
that's. Wait, where did it go?
멘토스.
Where'd it
저기로
go?
내려갔어.
Oh, it went down. Never mind.
아까 사막이가 있었는데.
Okay. Someone asked, what is this place? We are at Suwon Hwasong. Careful when you go down. There are no steps there, Jeremy. It just drops. Okay. See?
아,
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I will sit down and then step down. Yeah, Suwon Fortress is where we're at.
오, 이래리 봐.
Sarah says, if I watch a show in Korean, do I watch it with English subtitles or Korean subtitles? Jerry, don't go too far, Jeremy. If you are watching Korean shows and you want them to be useful to your studying in any way, you cannot turn on English subtitles. Anytime your brain sees subtitles oh, there's a worm here. Oh, that worm's gonna totally get toasted, microwaved from being outside.
막대기 어디지?
Try to find a stick. You can like throw it into the grass
그거
or
어떻게
something.
하는지 알아요. 풀에다가 올려가지고 옮길 수도 있는.
So yeah, definitely at the very least, turn off subtitles.
개미가 공격해서 죽은 거예요.
Yeah, there's an ant that's taking a dead worm here too. It's already a dead worm, bringing it home for his family or her family. I'm actually not really sure about ants.
올라갔다. 아니네.
I'm not sure if that's Jeremy. I think he's actually going, or it is already going toward the grass. You can just leave it.
괜찮아요.
Yeah, the very least, turn off subtitles. So that would be the best situation. But if you're still learning Korean and you're not able to really understand anything that they're saying, then I would say the next best thing, I would just throw it into the grass. At least that way it's not in the sun. Yeah, okay. It went into the grass somewhere. It should be better off there instead of here on the concrete in the sun where there's nothing for it. And yeah, second best would be to turn on Korean subtitles, but when you turn on Korean subtitles, know that the Korean will not match what they're saying. So, Jeremy, can you give me a second so I can answer this question? I know you're excited. I'm losing my train of thought. So yeah, at the very least, no subtitles is best. Second best is Korean subtitles, but know that Korean subtitles do not ever match what they're saying. They're made for people who cannot hear. They're made for people who are deaf. Often they're for people who are hard of hearing, maybe like almost deaf. So they're not going to match what they're saying. They're just going to be short enough that you can read them quickly. Sometimes they'll match, but often they're wrong. And then the last thing you'd want is English subtitles. In fact, if you're watching dramas with English subtitles, the benefit you're getting from that is next to nothing. It's still better than watching, an English show in English with English subtitles, but it's not going to help you with your Korean because your brain's going to keep looking at that. So yeah, Korean subtitles if you can. Worm saved, yeah. Hopefully the worm saved. I don't know. Is there like a worm specialist in the chat that knows what you're supposed to do if you see a worm on the sidewalk? Does it help it if you like throw it back into the grass? I don't know. I don't know what worms are looking for. What do worms want? What worms want? That was the unmade sequel with what was it? Mel Gibson, right? What worms want? I never saw that movie, so I'm not really sure what do worms want. Where do they want to go? Where are they wriggling to? Do they want moisture or do they want dry stuff or I don't know. I just thought the worm was going to be toasted if it was staying on the sidewalk there. Okay, let's see what else we got. Soil, maybe they want soil, I guess. I'm studying all of Seoul's neighborhoods with those 4K walking videos. I'm trying to find a shade spot, like where's the light not shining on my phone, but there is none right now. I've noticed particularly in Hongdae, Ulchiro, Songsu, everybody walking right in the street and cars yielding to them. What gives? That's only the areas that are heavily infested by pedestrians. It's not in most of Korea, and it's not in most of even those areas you're watching, like Hongdae and Ulchiro. Those areas are only the ones where there are markets and shops right along the streets, and the streets are kind of narrow. For areas that are like major roads, no one's gonna do that. For any major roads, no one will do that. And then the reason is car traffic doesn't go through those areas very much. It'll be like a few cars a minute, but it's not non-stop. The areas that have non-stop traffic, people don't walk in the streets. So if you see Hongdae and there's a car going through, that's not like every car is going through there. Cars purposely avoid going through those areas unless it's like you call a taxi and the taxi has no other way to get to your destination than drive there, or someone needs to park right at a restaurant. Most of the time people walk. So that's why you'll see pedestrians walking on those streets because they're small, they're thin anyway, and that's where people would normally walk to go to stores. But it's not the norm for Korea.
여기는 아니네. 여기는 아니에요. 이쪽 아니에요.
이쪽 아니라고?
이리로 가야 해요.
Worms want moisture, I think. Yes, that was my assumption. Devillian asks, I'm so confused from where to start learning Korean. You can start learning Korean from anywhere you want. As long as you're motivated and you're spending the time, any resource will get you to where you want to go. even resources that people might say are not good, or resources that people say are best, or as long as you're motivated and you're finding out stuff along the way on your own, you could start with anything. Get a book, just start. You don't really need to find the perfect way to start. I have also a free course on my channel. If you want free, then that's always an option. It's a full video course, and it really is free. There's no paid component of it at all.
어, 드디어 쉬는 곳이 있다.
And then yeah, I have, you know, there are lots of tips out there for how you should start, or like what things to study. But in the very beginning, just start. That's the most important thing. In Korean, Jeremy, you know 시작이 반이다. What does that mean? 그 무슨 뜻이야?
들어본 적 있는데 모르겠어.
시작이 반이다.
들어본 적 있는데 모르겠어.
그럼 무슨 뜻이야?
저는 말이 씨가 된다는 무슨 뜻인지 알아요.
그거 아니야. 시작이 반이다. Anyway, literally,
반이다.
the start is half. So like, half done is, starting is half done. Anyway, there's some expression in English we never use, but basically just the starting is like you're already on your way. You've already done a lot just by starting it.
아가씨다.
Oh, it is hot.
쉬는 곳이 있다.
Someone says, which book? Yeah, I mean, if I say my own books, I'm biased. So I'll just say any book. I mean, I'm happy to help you along the way. And no matter what book, I'll say this, no matter what book you start with, you're gonna need my help sometime. So, because Korean has some hard stuff. So I'm here to help. Okay, let's see. Maida says, I can read, but I'm slow. Goodness says, are you a K-pop stan? No, I don't follow any K-pop groups. I've mentioned that though multiple times, but I'll say it again. I don't follow any K-pop groups at all. I have
쉬는 곳이 아니네.
I listen to Korean music sometimes, but I don't have any group that I follow. Sebyok says, I'm biased. Use Billy's books. All right, well, I do appreciate it. I do get paid. That's how I can afford to, or kind of afford to, almost afford to come here to Korea once a year, is thanks to books and stuff like that. Moonwalker asks, how's the air quality today? It seems okay to me. I'm pretty sensitive to that, and right now my throat feels okay. So I think the air quality is okay, but that's also because it's been raining. It was raining on Saturday and Sunday, a little bit yesterday. So, and it's also going to be raining again from tonight. Sebyok says, do you like Korean? Do I like trot? I don't know if you necessarily have to say K-trot. It's just, I don't know of any other country that has trot. Trot is Korea's original pop music, which was made to, in a lot of ways, it was made to imitate popular music of other countries around the world at the time, specifically American music. Jeremy, let's stay around here. Oh, it is hot. I just want to kind of hang around here for a bit.
저기 올라갈 수 있는데.
And trot is, it's older music nowadays, but there's still new trot music that's being made. It's just pop music, and usually it's like a kind of a fast beat that you can like dance to. I mean, if you can dance. Popular with older people. I'm not a fan of it, but I like some of it. You wouldn't see me at any Jer, they're taking a picture right there. Don't go in front of them. Over here. I like it, but I'm not really a fan. I don't like go out of my way to listen to it. Jeremy's having fun. He's kind of trying to show you in here and there what Jeremy's doing. Jeremy, come back down. They're taking a picture. He's got no patience. He just wants to run up there. Okay. Someone said the only trot I like is Super Tuna. Sure, that's fair. That might be most people's introduction to trot music if you're not Korean. Jeremy,
여기는
photo
신발
bomb.
안 벗어도 되는데 여기는 신발 벗어야 해요.
Yeah, this you'll see there will always be signs, but and if you don't ever see a sign anywhere that's wood floor, take off your shoes. If it's like tile, you don't have to take off your shoes. It's like stone tile, totally fine. But yeah, wood, take off your shoes. Toby Frank says, "Whoa, Billy, I haven't watched your videos, but your videos have helped me so much with studying Korean. I even passed the TOEIC exam. Awesome." T. Hugh says, "I got so excited when the tour bus driver got excited when I asked him about Hong Jin-young. Yeah, Hong Jin-young was the most famous trot singer for a while. Then she got, I guess, caught for faking or plagiarizing one of her like graduate papers for college or something, which it's not really that uncommon. But what's uncommon is that she got caught. So as a result, the university revoked her diploma, I think, and then at the same time, many of the companies that were sponsoring her decided, oh, we don't want to sponsor you anymore. We don't want to support that. So she kind of dropped out, but you still see her everywhere. She's in every 노래방. She's in every single like coin 노래방 machine. And her most famous song is Love's Battery. 좋아? 편해? Okay, Jeremy's.
누워보세요.
I'm okay. You can lie down for both of us. It is really hot out in the sun. It's not bad here in the shade though. Someone asked, what time is it there? It is 10:40 here. So I'm gonna stream here for just another like 50 minutes until like 11:30-ish after, and then we're gonna eat something and I'll send Jeremy to his school. Oh, someone asked, what do my socks say? These are 오류겐. 오류겐. The 오류겐. But the way they spelled it though is kind of funny. It's like error. Oryu is like error. Oryugen. But anyway, it's the Street Fighter, which is of course popular all around the world, especially popular here in Korea, which makes the best video game players. It's true. If you want to immediately increase your online KD ratio, you want to immediately improve your rank in any competitive online game, just change your username to Korean. It's just like a magic effect. Feel free to ask if you have any Korean questions or Korea questions. 한국 음식 중에서 가장 좋아하는 게 뭐예요? I can ask that to Jeremy as well. Jeremy. Jeremy.
한국 음식 중에서 가장 좋아하는 게 뭐예요? 떡볶이.
Jeremy picked tteokbokki really fast. Jeremy, let's stay over here.
치킨.
I can't go.
막혀 있어요.
It's okay. Jeremy, I can't keep going back up and down the stairs every second. Jerry, over here. Jeremy, we gotta stay here. Jeremy, we gotta stay together. I would say either sundae. It's kind of close. Sundae is one of my tops. Some days it's my top. Sundae. Isaac toast. Isak toast is really good and simple. If you want something more like traditional Korean, like an actual dish, it would be probably like kalbi, something like that. Bossam, kalbi, one of the Korean meats. Korean barbecue is pretty good. Jason Wen says, do you think you could learn Korean by playing games with others? So you're referring to like making an account online and playing games with other Koreans and chatting with them. I think that's a good way to learn casual Korean. You would not learn proper Korean that way or be able to have a conversation that way. But if you were doing voice chat with other Korean people on a daily basis, yeah. The only issue is you would need to start somewhere. So you would still have to start with learning the alphabet, phrases, vocabulary, basic grammar so that you can even start. And once you have a foundation, then you can use that and practice speaking and improve that. So you wouldn't be able to learn only by doing games, the same way you couldn't learn only by watching dramas. Mike Spence says, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Haha. Where do you recommend I go in Korea? Well, Suwon Hwasong. I like Suwon Hwasong. I think it's a really nice place. It's just like, it's my favorite place to take a walk because it's close to my house. It's not that far from my house. Okay, it's not close, but it's not far. And it's usually not busy. It's like a tourist spot only for Koreans. You don't really see like giant groups of tourists hanging around here. So it's always a nice place to go. You don't ever feel like you're crowded, like you're competing to take a photo. Like, look at it. Like it's just the afternoon, you know, it's like 11 o'clock right now. And I can just take this photo right here of Jeremy walking along the wall with no one in the background. But really, if it's your first time to Korea, I would say just go to Seoul. Everything's in Seoul. Random question, but what's the difference between sense and nunchi? Well, sense is really just like sense, like you have good sense. Or you could use it like the English word too if someone speaks English, but typically it'll just be like, oh, you're very, you've got good sense. Like that was a good thing to think of. Good idea in that sort of sense. Nunchi is social awareness, and it can translate many ways depending on how you're using it, but that's all it is. It's just being aware of what's going on. Kutsi. Like if you're aware of what other people are thinking and feeling, having tact, any of that is nunchi. So yeah, social awareness. It's not really sense. There could be a situation where you translate it as like that person, they've got no sense to them or something, but it doesn't mean sense other than that. Khadija asks, would you say being able to actually read Hangul well, but not knowing the words well, would be a good start? Yeah, you'll have to start by being able to read, but Jeremy, hold on. Jeremy, hold on, please. If I'm answering a question, please just hold on. That way I can answer the question first. I know you're really excited about the dragonflies. Yeah, you're going to need to learn how to read, but you won't be able to learn how to read well until you've already learned the language. That's never going to happen that someone, I've never seen it happen, I'll say that. Never once has someone been able to read Korean well, but not know what it means. How could you? How could you? How could you do that? You can't. You can't read fast and well and pronounce things well unless you already know what you're reading, or else you would always be looking at the letters to see what it says. Yeah, you'll have to learn the language. So I wouldn't focus on learning how to read well. Just memorize the letters and then start. And you'll get well at it, you'll get fast at it through learning Korean. Careful there, it's really steep here. Julia Gomez says, I'm doing an exchange program to Busan. Any advice? Have fun. That's a great place to go. Jeremy! Jeremy! I'm not running down the hill. Jeremy, over here! He wants me to run down the hill until this green area. Jeremy, that's where they practice archery. We can't go there. They have this archery range. You want to get shot by an arrow? That's where they practice archery. Yeah. That's where they shoot arrows. I mean, I don't think they would go all the way up to here, but they do have targets here. So they do something with it, but there is the targets down there. Cool. You could try it later. We can't do that on stream though. Let me see. Check this comment. I've been reading for about a week and watching some of your videos so far. I'm actually learning to talk with some students at my flight school. Haven't worked up the nerve to try and chat. Awesome. Have you told them that you're learning Korean? Like, they'd probably be happy to say a little bit of Korean to you. Like, ask them, hey, can you teach me like one word each day or something like that? But just having them as friends ready to go That will be a good help when you start to actually learn some phrases and answers to those phrases. Let's look over here, Jer.
여긴 아무것도 없어요.
Nunchi is reading the room. It can also be reading the room. Yeah.
아무것도 없다고요.
You can translate it like a dozen ways.
물.
I'm thinking of buying a Korean phone and plan to have it sent to me before I move there rather than dealing with roaming charges.
이래서 내가 하나로마트에서 물 좀 사자고 했는데.
제레미, 이래서 내가 물 마시고 나오라고 했지. Jeremy, we don't run around. We'll get some water after we're done.
말속에 해보고 싶어요.
We're not going to do that today. So you want to buy a Korean phone and have it sent to you before you move there? You don't need to worry about roaming charges. So if you asked me this question 3 years ago, you would have to do roaming charges. But nowadays, phones that have come out within the past several years all have what's called eSIM. So it's a SIM card that is activated electronically. Jeremy, over here. Let's hang out in the shade for a little bit. It's hot. eSIMs you can activate on your phone without having a SIM card. So you just need the number. You just need a number and a code and you put it into your phone. And now you have a SIM card without having to go to Korea and get a SIM card. So what you can do is keep your current phone and just put an eSIM on it. You can put a Korean eSIM if you want. And then when you actually get to Korea, get a real Korean SIM card in your phone because that'll be cheaper. But you can get an eSIM for really cheap. Like you can buy one for like $10 for like a month that has like 2 gigabytes of data. Or you can buy one for like 7 days if you know you're going to buy one right when you get to Korea for like $3 or $4. They have lots of eSIMs that work in Korea.
여기 너무 오래 있었어요.
I have to stay here for just a little bit, okay?
아 벌써.
Jerry, you good? If you're not good, we can go back home though. Okay?
괜찮아요.
All right. Yeah, I would get an eSIM and activate it on your phone and then go over to Korea. It'll work fine. And then you'll have a week or a month, however long of an eSIM you buy, that you won't have to pay for roaming charges. You're only paying for that eSIM and you can leave your regular SIM card deactivated on your phone. And then when you actually are in Korea and you have time, switch it over to a regular SIM card in Korea, which will give you a better deal. But you also won't be able to do that until you have your bank account and everything set up in Korea. So maybe give yourself a month for eSIM. The Great Penguin asks, have you ever been to Gangneung? I was there a few days ago. Jeremy, we're gonna walk around here one more time, okay? He wants to run down the walkway. Jeremy, you said you're thirsty.
괜찮아요.
You're okay now? I've never been to Gangneung. I'd love to go. I haven't had an opportunity yet. I haven't had anyone tell me, Billy, let's go to Gangneung.
안에 아무것도.
Jason Wen says, I asked one or two for some help with reading. They always have a fun reaction. That's cool though if you have some people that are waiting that can help you once you've gotten ready for that.
아 말속에
Let's
해보고
see.
싶다.
Ji-Hyu says, my Korean language learning started with your Hangul video and it just snowballed from there. You're really good at explaining concepts to beginners and nuances to intermediate learners. Thank you. I'm glad I could be your part of the beginning of your Korean journey. Sebyok says, what's the best way to find restaurants you can eat as a solo traveler? Jeremy, do you know how to find restaurants that you can eat at by yourself? 뭘 검색하면 Home Plus? Jeremy says go to Home Plus. It's true, you can go to a supermarket. You can search for the keyword
아니 대형마트잖아요. 슈퍼마트가
혼밥.
아니라.
혼밥. 혼자서 밥 먹기. It's the keyword you can search for is 혼밥. And they have 혼 for lots of things, but 혼밥 would be for restaurants. And if you search a type of food you want, or you can just search 혼밥 and then look on the map on Naver and see what restaurants are near you. I would search for that. Most restaurants though are fine if it's a food that's not served in a big dish, like something you have to order a lot of. It's going to be fine. Meat restaurants, however, might let you eat there by yourself if you say you'll order 2인분. 인분 is a portion for a person, and normally 1인분 would be one portion. 2인분 or 3인분 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you tell them I'll order 2인분, then they might say it's okay. But some places still don't want solo people eating because they have to give you a table for 4 people and you're eating by yourself. But it depends. You can ask. Um, except for kogi restaurants and restaurants where it comes out in like a big tang. If the word ends in tang, like it's a soup with lots of items in it, a lot of the tang dishes, those are served with multiple people. But again, most places these days do allow people to eat alone. Have you been to Namisom? Yes, I have been to Namisom before. The famous Winter Sonata filming location. Yes, its claim to fame is that it was featured in a Korean drama from like 20 years ago. That's right. Actually, I think it's more than 20 years. That was like before I even started learning Korean that came out. But yeah, Namisom's really pretty. Let's look here, Jer. You said there's nothing here? For specifically, okay, so Xandri's asking about phones as well. For eSIM, if you search eSIM Korea, you'll find several. Right now, I am using an eSIM brand called Air Allo. Maybe I can make like a reference code and then, this is not sponsored. Maybe if I make like a reference code, they give like us a discount. I think there is something like that. If anyone's interested, I could do that. But yeah, I'm using Air Allo while I'm in Korea. And it's not like the best, but it works okay. Except when my phone tries to connect to a cafe Wi-Fi unexpectedly, it works good. And I buy like $20 for 5 gigabytes and it lasts a month. And it gets cheaper the more you buy, but like that's much cheaper. That's like less than half price of what I would pay for my regular SIM in the US. And it just doesn't give you a phone number though. So you would still need to get a phone number by going to an actual Korean SIM card, or they have other SIMs that you can buy that will come with a phone number, I believe. You can also use Skype though if you ever do need to make phone calls. So it's not like you can't make phone calls on your phone. It just won't be like, you won't be able to do text messaging and verification with your phone. So you'll still need to do that. Per Dan Jam says, I just arrived back in Korea and dealing with jet lag. Yeah, jet lag is unavoidable, but I do have some tips. The first tip I'll give you is become 8 years old again. Jeremy has no issues with jet lag. The second tip is to eat at your regular meal times. So if you normally eat at every day at 12, like you know, you have your schedule. You normally use the bathroom this time, you drink water this time, you eat at this time. Whatever your eating time is, keep that. If you feel really hungry and it's like 3 in the morning in Korea, do not eat. Wait until it's your actual meal time because that helps your body reset faster. But in the end, it's still going to take you a few days to adjust. But if you do that, it'll be just a few days versus being a week or 2. Yeah, eat at your regular times. Go to bed at your regular time. Don't stay up super late. Don't go to bed super early. Even if you're exhausted in the middle of the day, like it's 3 p.m. and you can't stay awake anymore, do not sleep. Drink a little bit of caffeine if you have to. Stay awake, eat something, walk around, go meet someone, and then go to bed a little bit early. If you're like dying and you can't do it anymore, then go to bed like 8, right? Those are the 2 main things. There are other little tips I do. You can take melatonin if you can get it without a prescription in your country. In the US, you could just buy it at Walmart, but I know in Korea it needs a prescription. Melatonin doesn't make you sleepy. It just tells your body it's bedtime. So your body would feel tired or not, depending on that anyway. And you could take one of those right before bed, and it just kind of helps you remember, like your body feel like, oh, it's time to sleep. Though if you do melatonin, don't take a lot of it. I found I'll do like half of a 1 milligram tablet. Works really good. And I've heard other people though that take it and normally it's sold in like 5 or 10 milligrams. That's way too much. You only need like a tiny, like a speck of it to tell your body that it's time to sleep. I don't know how I'm talking about medicine now, but anyway. Yeah, that's what I would say. Those tips help me. I always struggle with jet lag for a few days. When I come to Korea, maybe like 2-3 days where I feel tired. And then when I go back to the US, maybe 4 or 5 days. But it's better. It's okay. I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is it goes on like 2, 3 weeks if I mess this up. Any advice on getting started? Jeremy, where are your shoes? Oh, I need to get my shoes. Hold on.
어떻게 가는지 알아요. 그냥 마루가 아닌 쪽으로 가기만 하면 돼요. 신발 신고 마루가 아닌 쪽으로 가기만 하면 돼요.
No, I don't really know how to start with that because I never did it. I would ask other people who've done that. There are people who've done that in my Discord channel, so I would start there. But how do I get around? Oh, I have to bring my shoes over there where Jeremy is. Hold on. Jay says, oh, hold on, I got a question before that, but I'll answer it after. Jay says, go Billy, I'm half Korean, half Filipino in the Philippines. I don't know where Jeremy went. Jeremy, stay where I can see you.
안녕하세요.
You having fun, Jer? I want to learn Korean, but I mostly get spoken English too. How can I improve my Korean here? You'll get spoken English too when they don't think you actually speak Korean. And then in the few cases where they still speak English to you anyway, it's because they want to practice their Korean and they don't care if you speak Korean. There are some people I've run into like that. It's a little bit rude. So I just try not to talk to them very long. But yeah, sometimes I'll run into people who, even though it's clear they know I speak Korean, they just want to practice their English. They just want to show off that they speak English. So it could be that. But if it's not that, it's just a sign that you should keep improving your Korean because eventually it goes down a lot. Eventually people will just speak Korean to you most of the time. Also, if you initiate the conversation in Korean, there's a much higher chance it's going to continue in Korean. If you're silent and you don't say anything, they're going to think, oh, they don't speak Korean. Especially if you're silent when normally someone who speaks Korean would say something. Then they might think, oh, I should speak English to help them because maybe they don't speak Korean. I want to make them feel welcome. So be the person who starts speaking Korean first, and that'll help a lot as well. Let's see. L says, do you always wear that shirt? Only when I'm making videos. Jerry, where are you going? Huh? 카페 안 들어가. 카페는 안 들어가. We're not gonna go in a cafe, Jeremy. But we will get water right after we finish. It's like 20 minutes. Can you wait? Okay. I'm only gonna stream for like 20 more minutes and then we'll turn it off for today. Someone said you can take melatonin in advance, changing your sleeping pattern before traveling. If you're able to do that, I'm not really able to do that so well because I would be so excited the night before, like I wouldn't be able to sleep that well anyway. But yeah, if you want to start in advance, go ahead to help that. But I think that's going to be hard for a lot of people who work or do things during the, like they're still busy before they travel. It's not available in the US. Yeah, and in Korea too. Whenever I come to Korea, my friend asked me to bring a bottle of melatonin because you can't get it in Korea either without a prescription. And then when you get it for a prescription, they'll only give you. 재미도 인사해.
Hello. 안녕 얘들아. 무슨 애들이 와서 인사했어요?
The kids, so it's a little like a preschool or something, and all the kids were saying hi to Jeremy. So they said hello, hello, hello to Jeremy, and Jeremy yelled out hi, and then 안녕 얘들아 in Korean. That was good, Jeremy. Obviously, the Jeremy looks very American, I guess. So. Still waiting for the Billy mukbang. Which mukbang? What's your favorite tenmarlori? I don't have a favorite. I hate all tenmarlori equally. But it'd probably have to be 간장 공장, 공장장은 된 공장장이고. Oh no. 김 공장장이고 된장 공장 공장장은 장 공장장이다. Something like that. The 간장 공장원. You like that, Jer?
간장 공장.
Ferdinand Jam says, I'm on day 2. It normally takes me 4 to 5 days. Yeah, that's fine. There isn't a way to make it take like 0 days. Your body will adjust because you're sleeping and waking up and eating at different times. I've just found eating at a regular time, staying awake during the day, even if you're tired, don't even take like a short nap. Even if it's like a 30-minute nap, it tells your body, like, that was my night sleep. And now I only slept 30 minutes tonight. I'm so tired. It tells your brain, like, it doesn't help your brain reset. So no matter what, don't sleep. Eat at your regular times. So have your regular lunch at the same time, have your regular dinner. Don't eat like a giant meal. Those things help, but it'll still take a few days no matter what you do.
배고.
Even Jeremy, who's young, he doesn't really have jet lag in the sense like he's exhausted all day, but he'll still be like really tired. Like he'll go to bed earlier, he'll sleep in later. So we have to make sure we wake him up in the morning after we travel. Otherwise, you know, he would also have a weird sleep schedule. William, proceed. Yes. Hey, Cameron. I saw that the chat before I saw your name, and I already knew who was saying that. William, proceed. What would be the older version? Is there like an older version of William? There must be, like some old English, ye old English version of. What got you interested in making a YouTube channel to help people learn Korean? I was not trying to make a YouTube channel for helping people to learn Korean. I was trying to make a few quick videos to help people online, Reddit and other online forums. I was trying to make some videos to answer really common questions that I saw on there, and I was tired of copy pasting my same text answers. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll make a few quick videos that I can just paste these videos, because there weren't any videos online. There weren't any Korean teaching YouTube channels at the time that were doing like exclusively lessons. There was like C-Mile, which was uploading like lectures from classes, but there wasn't like, I mean, Talk to Me in Korean was around before me. Their videos also were quite different at the time. So I was like, I want to make some video lessons, like actual grammar lessons. And that's how kind of it started. But I didn't expect it to be like a YouTube channel, even though it was on YouTube. I didn't expect it to like be a thing. So that's why you see me acting like psychotic in the first episodes, because I was just goofing around. I'm like, let's just do something silly. You know, I'll talk to a teddy bear. I'll be some psychopath who doesn't want to let you leave the house. Like, we'll just do it like that. And people liked the first video, so that's what I've stuck with. That's why I still wear the same clothes. It was just a happy coincidence. Cupcake says, we're all so proud of how far you've come. Thank you. Me too. Doing okay, Jer? Still kind of thirsty, huh? Yeah, don't worry. When we finish, we'll get something to eat. You can get as much water as you want. What's this, Jer? You already know what it is? It is 동일치. I guess he already knew it because he didn't even look at the sign. Structure projecting outward from a fortress wall designed to attack approaching enemies from the side. This once collapsed in the 20th century and was reconstructed. Okay. Jeremy, 같이 가. Okay, I can take a couple more Korean questions for today before we stop the stream. Then Jeremy and I are going to eat something for lunch. He's become the worm on the path seeking moisture. Yes. Jeremy, now you're like the worm that was looking for moisture. Now you're looking for water. Should I throw you into the grass? Pick you up on a leaf, or pick you up on some grass and then throw you into a tree. Stuff you in the dirt. Your goofiness really helped with easing the learning process and making it fun and engaging. Thanks. I'm glad some people thought that. I really was just doing it to be silly. Please, the people got to know why this shirt. Do people really need to know why I picked this shirt? It was actually not this shirt. This is a copy of the original. I have the original still, but I have also multiple copies of that type of shirt, and they're all slightly different. It was just a shirt I had gotten like a year before in Korea, and I took it out of my closet along with the hat, and I thought that the shirt just looked kind of cool, I guess. It was 2012, okay? I thought it kind of looked like it wasn't like really cool. It was just, I thought this was the nicest shirt that I have in my closet, and I'll wear a hat because the hat matches it. And I'm like, yeah, these look like clothes I might wear when I go outside to meet a friend. Jeremy, we're not doing that. And yeah, so that's the story. There was no specific reason. Why do I always wear it? Because I didn't always wear it, and people got confused, and people got upset, and people would comment, Billy, where is your shirt and hat? They would tell me every time I filmed videos without it. And I'd be like, well, that's not my outfit. That's like literally just the outfit I wore for the character that I was playing in those videos with KeyCap. It's just this, the psychotic person who's teaching you Korean. That was the character. It's not, I don't wear these clothes normally. And they're like, well, I couldn't recognize you without your hat and shirt every time. LOL, I can't recognize you without your hat and shirt. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So now I always wear the hat and the shirt for no matter what video I'm doing. I could be like meeting my friend to go eat pizza. If it's gonna be filmed, I'll wear these clothes. If I'm gonna film a short where I'm dancing, like I did a couple days ago, you can find on the Choi Sisters channel. You see me dancing, I'm gonna be wearing these clothes anytime I'm doing any collaboration. Yeah, the Tanghuru dance. You can search that on Choi Sisters. Yeah, I did. I fell back at the end. Yeah, I did that on purpose. 일부러 그랬어.
왜요?
Just for fun. Anyway, yeah, so I always wear these clothes because of that. Because you guys wouldn't let me wear my regular clothes. But I guess it's okay because it's kind of become a thing. I didn't expect it would become a thing, a part of the channel. It was just part of that character. Yeah. How do you get the copies? Do you have to have them made? No, I just search online until I find something that looks as close to it as I can. Same with the hat. I have multiple hats. They're all slightly different. It doesn't have to be this hat. It just has to be a blue hat like this and a checkered blue, red, and white shirt, and then a light colored undershirt and jeans. That's really the whole thing. Thought it was about goading people not expect you to speak Korean. It's the most American thing on the planet. Yeah, no, it wasn't about that actually, but it has, people commented that like Billy is, and he looks like a hillbilly or something, and so I've heard people say that a lot too. Like it looks like I'm just from the countryside. You wouldn't expect, like, I'm supposed to have some, I don't know, like Texas accent or like countryside English or something. I don't know. I think that's what people think, but it's not related to that. But I think it is kind of funny. Like I can come across like that. I'm just this like pasty white dude who might as well be like one of the characters in Twilight, wearing this like countryside, like hillbilly outfit, and yet I'm teaching Korean. So yeah, it works that way too, but it was completely unintentional.
아니 우리 이제 봉돈까지 왔는데요.
Yeah, there's a bathroom over there.
설마?
What? Wait. I don't think there was a water fountain here last time I checked. There's a bathroom here. I don't think there's a water fountain here. Oh. Jeremy asked for water. So some woman is giving him water. Yeah, that's my son. Feel okay now, Jared? You said thanks, right? 감사합니다. So. Okay, let's keep going.
아 나는 물 마구마구 입대고 마시고 싶은데.
그래? There's no water inside of there. I don't think there was. There's only water in the toilet.
싱크대에서 퍼먹을 수도 있고.
Well, it's the colors of both the American and Korean flags, so that's cool. Yeah, that was also unintentional. I didn't even realize it had the colors of the American flag at all. It was just the shirt I had, so it kind of, yeah, it's like half luck. So respectful with the bow and everything. Yeah, he is, he knows his way around like fitness levels and stuff like that, just like any Korean kid.
거기 봉돈이잖아요. 그러니까 우리 이제 팔달문으로 내려가요.
팔달문 어디 있는데? 절로 가면 있으려나?
아니 저는 기억 안 나요? 여기 봉돈.
응.
네, 저 목걸이장 갔을 때 봉돈까지 걸어갔잖아요.
We can keep walking around here. That's not where it is. It's not gonna be down there. Let's keep walking around here.
응? 이쪽 맞는데요? 네.
응?
아무것도 아니에요.
그쪽 아니면. What if it's not that way? Okay, take a couple more Korean questions and then we'll stop for today, and then Jeremy and I will go eat. Get something to drink, something to eat.
이제 물도 마셨으니까 저는 사이다 하나 마실래요.
You want to drink soda now or something? Okay.
빨리 와. 화장실 가게.
씻소다.
I don't think you want to ride the seesaw though.
씻소 오랜만에 타보고 싶었는데.
Yeah, but it's hot.
진짜 뜨겁나? 안 뜨거운데요? 완전히 안 뜨거운데 만지면 뜨거워요.
Ow. Kind of hurts. Yeah, I think
와 여기 깻잎이 자라고 있네.
yeah. Anyone who's learning Korean, you want to make sure you start with the politeness levels. Like, I don't mean master politeness levels in the beginning or anything like that. I mean start by learning how to say things respectfully. Because you can always be a little bit too respectful and it'll sound a little awkward. But if you're a little bit too disrespectful, like you don't use the right politeness level, it sounds rude. Like it just sounds, it's really like grating. When I hear other people, Korean learners, they don't know when they're being disrespectful to someone who's older. You can kind of feel like they're not comfortable with it. Versus if you're a little bit too polite, it just is like, oh, they're still learning Korean. A little weird. Sounds unnatural, but it doesn't feel grating. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's always better to be a little bit too respectful than a little bit too rude if you're still a beginner. So always focus on learning to say things politely. And then you can also separately learn how to say things casually, but just keep it in mind. Like, oh, I should, always make sure you're being polite enough, because yeah, to Koreans including myself. I'm not a Korean, but I do feel the same politeness levels. So it's Koreans are very sensitive to how the politeness levels feel.
지나갔다.
쉬는데? Oh, back there, yeah.
지나갔다.
When's the next live stream? Probably in 2 weeks. Someone asked Delta or American Airlines? Delta. But if I could pick, I would say neither. Just do Korean Air if you have the money. Air Premia if you have the money, minus $5. It's like almost the exact same price. Some things are worth burning the butt for. Yeah, next live stream probably in 2 weeks. 점심시간에 뭘 먹을 거예요? Yes. What are you gonna eat at lunchtime?
떡볶이.
We're not gonna eat tteokbokki today. We had tteokbokki last time. We'll eat something around here. I don't know what restaurants they'll have around here. I'm watching variety shows to get the hang of not sounding like a textbook. Yeah, just again, keep in mind the way that the person's speaking. Just because someone else says something to someone in a certain way doesn't mean that repeating that exactly to someone else will sound natural. You have to keep in mind the politeness level. So if two people are close and one person says some slang word or doesn't use polite speech,
똥삼치.
it could be rude.
아무도 없음.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just because someone else said it to you doesn't mean you could say it back to them.
똥삼치. 아무것도 없음.
Okay, Jer.
아까 똥삼치라고.
Jerry, 하지 마. English and Korean, he will grow to be bilingual. Yeah, so far he is bilingual. We have to keep it up. That way it can stay that way. If we were to today stop using Korean with him and stop pushing that, stop encouraging it, all of that stuff, then by the time he's an adult, he would not speak Korean anymore.
안 돼. 아, 전 계속 한국어 쓸 거예요.
계속해서 한국어 쓸 거라고?
아빠처럼.
Okay. Well, you'll be better than me. Hold on, I can barely read the phone with how bright it is.
올라가세요. 아, 드디어 들어갈 수
Okay, you
있다.
can go up there. I'm gonna stay down here.
아, 아빠도 있어야죠.
Now you can go up. It's okay. You're just gonna come back down in like 5 seconds anyway, so I'll just stay down here this time. Okay, I got a few questions. 어쨌든, 어차피, 아무튼. I actually have a video about that. Check my Korean FAQ series. Let me know if you can't find it though. Patrick says, can you describe what's considered some traits of a warm personality? Warm personality. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Can you clarify or give an example? I was told Delta had a partnership. Yes, they do. They have a partnership with Korean Air, although it's not the same, what should I say? It's not the same system. So if you're flying Delta, you're flying Delta. But I believe they have like a system, like if one flight gets canceled, you can go on the other flight or something like that. Jeremy, I'm okay. 못 보인다고?
아니, 저 뭔가 팔다리 보이는 것 같은데.
팔달문이 보인다고 여기서? Okay.
아니, 이리 와서 보세요.
I just joined. Are you in Suwon? Yes, I'm in Suwon at Suwon Hwasong. So Suwon Fortress. Sure, I'm okay, but you can have fun and you can look. Let me know what you see. If I go up there, immediately he'll run back down, put on his shoes, and start going somewhere else. I'm just gonna stay down here. Warm personality, like, oh yeah, I know what the word warm personality means. I'm just not quite. I don't understand your question, is what I mean. We booked via Delta, but the flight was operated by Korean Air. Okay. Does Jerry have a Korean name? Yes. Though he usually just uses Jeremy. Teach us Japanese, please. Japanese, no. I'm not going to be teaching Japanese. I'm only teaching the languages that I am very confident in teaching. I don't even teach English. I'm confident that I can teach Korean. I'm not confident I could teach English to someone who's... if someone's not already like at a high level of English, I wouldn't be able to get someone started learning it. So yeah, Korean's the only one I'm confident enough in teaching. Japanese is like, if I go to Japan, I can talk with my friend in Japanese and, you know, order food and not get lost, but that's the extent of it these days. You've learned Chinese before a little bit, huh? 중국어도 배워봤지?
근데 어려워요.
어렵지. See, Jeremy's already down again. That's why I didn't go up. You said you see 팔달문? 팔달문 어디 있는데?
저기.
저기 있다고? 저기가 팔달문이야?
응? 아, 또 소장대어는 저기 있다. 저기 조금만 저거 보이죠?
뭐 금색 그거?
아니, 그 금색 위에 옆에.
아, 야야야.
저기 소장대. 그리고 저기 그 금색은 부처님이고.
I kind of know where we are now because I recognize, for those of you who watched my stream, like I think 3 years ago, I can't really, hold on, it's too bright. I can't really see my own phone here. There is, can't really see it. Oh, here we go, here it is. There's this like golden color statue up on the hill. And I did a live stream like 3 years ago. I don't know where Jeremy went. Oh, he's all the way down there. I did a live stream like 3 years ago, I think. I don't remember when it was, where I hiked all the way up there. So I kind of know where we are now. Jeremy! Wait! Jeremy! He just wants to run off by himself. He just wants to go. I don't know where he wants to go. Okay, what is hanging around Jeremy's neck? He's got his 교통카드, his transportation card. So he can take the bus because when children ride the bus. Jerry, did you get something? I say children pay less money for the bus. She gave you that? Did you say thanks? Patrick says, are there any male actors that are generally received as kind or warm? I'm not quite sure. You might want to ask someone who watches a lot of Korean dramas, who really knows a lot about that. My specialty is not dramas, though. I wonder if he'll go see the cannon near there.
내 입이 물 달라고 소리 지르고 있어요. 제 입이 물 달라고 소리 지르고 있어요.
I think you're right, Jerry. I think we are kind of close to Partarmun again, because now I think this is the place where it's not too far from where we did our live stream 2 weeks ago.
목구시당 근처에 있어요. 발달만 바로 앞에 있다.
You're right. Let's go there. We can finish the stream from there. Careful, Jared. There are no rails on this staircase. The temperature is, I think today it says it's like 87 degrees. But in the shade, it's not that bad. It feels kind of like 80 here in the shade.
이건 또 뭐지?
The problem is it's a little bit humid. So even though it's not very hot, it kind of can feel uncomfortable. And that'll be the same even when it drops, even if the temperature drops to 70s during the rainy season, it still kind of feels hot when it's humid. Any of you from the East Coast or other countries like that will know what I'm talking about, that when it's humid, it always feels like it's hot. No matter the temperature, it's hot. Oh, here there's a map, Jeremy, look. Let's go check out this map to see where we go. Jeremy, you're right. Look, so here we are. 현위치, that's where we are, and there's 팔달문. So if we just go that way, we'll get to 팔달문.
저희가?
Let's go.
응?
That's this way. Just careful, there are cars. Not right now, but okay. We're gonna stop the stream in like less than 10 minutes once we get to 팔달문. So any other questions? Feel free to ask. Now's your last chance to ask questions until maybe I'll do another stream in 2 weeks from now.
안 돼요. 그건 너무 이잖아요.
Do you like the American or the Korean education system more? Oh, American. I'll take the American education system any day. I'll take the American education system twice a day before I'll get the Korean one. I don't think the Korean one is healthy or effective. Now, it does teach math quite well. They push, math and English and all those things really hard, and I think it works for that. But you don't end up with well-rounded education in Korea. You end up with people who are memorizing the answers to tests verbatim and then forgetting everything once they finish school. So I don't think it's very effective, and then you lose out on all of your social building years of childhood and teenaging years. So you miss out on a lot of the social interactions that you would get in the US, or I'm sure in Europe, No, I don't like the Korean education system. One of the reasons why I wouldn't live here in Korea is because, at least not long term, is because I wouldn't want to have my kid have to go through that full system. As an elementary school, though, it's fine. But from junior high, it becomes quite intense.
발자국 이쪽이긴 해요?
Bless me.
아니 왜 갑자기 멈춰? 계속 가야죠.
Did you film with Talk to Me in Korean this trip? I did not. I haven't filmed with them in a bit over a year, I think. But I did film some other collabs. So I have several videos I'm excited to share with you. Korean kids are in school all day and night, that's right. Ah, there's Jeremy, there's Paitarmun. Jerry. Yeah, we'll get water, don't worry. As soon as we finish this, we can get something to eat. Oh, look at this.
옛날 거죠?
저거 봐.
비빔면? 와.
비빔면. That is so gigantic.
여기 옆에 더 큰 거가 있는데요?
This is so big. This is a ramen. I don't know how many there are in here. I feel it's like probably 8 in here or something. Would your son recognize and understand dialect? Sure, why not?
그러니까 오늘 수원 오픈 여행은 여기까지 하고요.
Okay, you wanna end the stream?
네.
Okay, let's go find a quiet spot and then we can finish the stream. So let's go back over here. All right, we're gonna end the stream. Any other last minute questions? I don't want to end the stream right here because it's on the side of a street. It'll be too loud. So we're gonna go back down this alley for a second and then we'll end the stream there. Dialect is not a it's not a 1 or a 0 thing. It's not an on or an off. Everywhere is dialect. Seoul, if you go to Seoul, people are using Seoul dialect. So does Jeremy understand dialect? Like some?
여기가 좋아요.
Yeah, I think so. Here's okay. Yeah, some dialect he would understand. If you're talking, would Jeremy understand like someone using some uncommon, rare dialect? And they're 80 years old and they're mumbling, like, no, but neither would Koreans. So, oh hey, M&M Twix.
어, 진짜.
M&M Twix. M&M Twix. 방금 우리한테 20불.
저한테 20불 줘서 고마워요.
우리한테.
아니 저한테잖아. 아
우리한테.
그러니 저한테 10불 주고 아빠한테 10불 주고.
I joined the live stream a bit late. Yeah, I didn't see you today. I was looking forward to your chat messages. Glad to see you guys enjoying your stay in Korea. Please stay hydrated. Thank you so much, M&M Twix.
아우 똥 냄새.
There was for a second. Now it smells okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. We can use that to get lunch for today. We can buy lunch today with that. That'll be great. And get a lot of water too. You hot, Jer?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to finish?
네.
Okay, we're gonna say thank you everyone. Oops. I think it's funny. I'm ending the live stream. There's like a plastic bottle and like trash on the floor here. Jared, you have fun? 재밌었어?
네.
Jared, you want to say thank you everyone for coming and we can finish the stream for today? You can say whatever you want.
그러니까 막 오늘 그러니까 수원에서 여행을 해봤는데요. 막 더운데 이걸 막 탐험하는 걸 좋아하시는 분들이 하는 게 좋으실 것 같아요.
Anyway.
그럼 다음에 또 봐. 근데 여기네요.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Everyone have a good night and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Okay, Jerry, you can push the X.
그럼 다음에 또 봐.
You can push okay? Yeah.